vlog, so I'm just waking up here. I'm actually moving out really soon. I'm almost done with my service, and I'm packing up everything. So I did my laundry. I put together this bag of souvenirs. I have to return this equipment to the Peace Corps. This I'm donating to volunteers. This is the grading that I still need to complete. I've been burning a lot of mosquito repellent. Almost ready to go, and that's me. We just left Liz's apartment and we're gonna go to we're going to IKEA, right? Liz! It's beautiful today, it's very sunny. We can see the mountains in the distance. So this is my friend Elizabeth.
Hello.
I always like to reminisce because we've had our ups and downs. Living in China, learning about the culture of the Peace Corps, learning about other Americans and different parts of the country. Has been very interesting and rewarding. We're all the better for it, but it hasn't always been easy.
No.
Dress for the weather, because it gets cold in Western China. We're in the Western Development Zone, which is Gansu. They have it. It's colder up there. Yeah. It's really cold.
So we're currently in Gansu, Chongqing, Sichuan, and Guizhou.
And you get a good winter hat, I'm wearing my little scarf. I'm from California, so I get really cold. This girl's from New York. So,
I can weather the storm. We've had moments. But we laugh. You know what I mean? We look back at that time and we just laugh at everything. So don't be afraid to laugh at yourself. Don't take yourself so seriously. Peace Corps is interesting because you are colleagues, you're friends, and you are family.
Be less judgmental. Because when you are going through kind of a difficult time in your service abroad, you don't have much money, you're adapting to so many different things that are so life-altering, and people have different ways of coping. Oh, okay, like, that's where you're at right now, it's okay, and you don't, this is not where you're gonna be. You're meeting people at a very unique time in their experience and in their life, and you just have to have confidence that people will change and grow. I've definitely changed so much, and I'm hoping that, I've made mistakes, I've made some good decisions, I've done, all of the above, and, we're all changing, so it's important to be a community and not be too judgmental.
And predominantly you don't have that many Latinos who are doing Peace Corps and Latinos who identify as Afro-Latino. So that was interesting, seeing people's judgment on me and also my judgments on other people. And we've had to check ourselves and check each other and kind of educate each other.
Distinction.
Yeah, but in terms of like just being open, don't close yourself off right away. You know what I mean? Like, say yes and then figure out your boundaries.
It's be positive.
Yes! Trust me, once you do Peace Corps, you're going to understand why that's so crucial to your service. It's so easy to get very negative. It's so easy to just get down and and victimize yourself. You know, you become the victim, and why me?
Last year, I would wake up, look outside, and be like, everything's so ugly, I hate my life. And so you would just switch it, and you'd be like, okay, be positive. And right away, it was just made it funny.
We would be like, that's not very positive, is it? People be positive and laugh. It's so important. Don't be afraid to be alone.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
You learn so much about yourself in the time of loneliness. When you're at the bottom, there's nowhere else but up, and you become so much stronger, and you start going from I don't want it, fearing not being alone, to enjoying your alone time.
Luckily, I had great friends to support me, but taking that alone time to reflect, to journal, and to pause, reflect, reboot. I think a big thing in your Peace Corps service is maybe give yourself a deadline, like every few months, or maybe every month. Sit down with a journal, a book, whether it's on Pinterest, make a vision board, and reflect and reboot and reevaluate your goals and see if you're really doing what you came here to do. And you want to make sure you're getting the most out of your experience here, because it's really hard and you're not getting paid, and
it will go by fast.
And if you take that time to reflect and be alone and fill your life with positive activities, whatever those may be for you, dance
parties here. So like by myself, I put on music that reminds me of home. For me, it's merengue, bachata, old school R&B. I do journaling from time to time. I mainly journal when I'm feeling the most stressed. That's when I write down by doing things that are just, because it's still going to be there. Whatever you're going through, in Peace Corps, it's going to come out.
And it's amplified, because we all come with our baggage to this new job.
Everybody does.
And then you join this high stress, low, like you don't have a lot of resources, a lot of money, and your problems just kind of blow up in your face.
Yeah.
China can be very rewarding, and it's a beautiful country with a rich culture, and you can really open yourself up to that. But when you're feeling threatened and unsafe, I am actually LGBT person. I'm gay. I'm not going to be able to effectively do your job here as a citizen ambassador and as an educator. So a big part of my first year was finding those safe spaces and finding, even among my fellow volunteers.
I didn't come out to anyone in my school until very recently, and I told my host sister, but making sure to know, feel it out first, and really develop friendships with people, and then create your safe space. My safe space was more for my racial identity. It was very difficult to be a volunteer as a woman of color, and it was important to kind of connect with my fellow volunteers who were also going through the same thing. So finding people that you can talk to, that will understand, that will have a listening ear, and help you and guide you through it. Not people which we've both encountered, that people that said, oh, it's just you.
When you're looking to make friends,
you overshare. And we learned that from our friend Mallory. Hi, Mallory! We learned that from our friend Mallory, who read an article about that, and we kind of had like an aha moment, like aha.
We overshare. We make ourselves vulnerable.
Yes.
Be proactive. Be proactive. If you have an expressed need and something you identify, create a group. Do something about it. But before you do that, translate your expressed need into language that the Peace Corps as an institution can work with. A lot of what you'll learn here is communication skills. And the Peace Corps is this institution with its own history, its own policies, its own ways of speaking, its own jargon. And if you're going to thrive here, you need to know how to speak their language. Which doesn't mean you can't have informal conversations with staff and really connect and express your experience or whatever. But a big thing that we've been able to do is create a support group for LGBT volunteers. And feeling like there's something you can actively do when you're feeling, because it is an additional stressor, being different.
and, you know, with very little diversity. And we're the people who are representing America, and our group really didn't represent that. And so we're so happy that now Peace Corps, since we've come to China, has been really taking the lead on trying to make sure that Peace Corps is a little bit more diverse. And we feel like staff has been very supportive in listening to us and trying to implement changes that will support volunteers of diverse background, whether it is gender, race, age.
You are the solution.
You are stronger than what you think.
You can do this.
I know, like, you probably don't think that you're strong enough to do this, but you are. Like, Peace Corps will bring out the best and the worst in you, and at the end, it's all good. But yeah, so I think that's it.
Sentiments, je n'y pouvais rien.
And today I'm going to go and leave this city. I've been here for 2 years, and I'm taking the train to Chengdu to then go on a month-long trip on my way back to San Francisco to visit friends. So I'm done with Peace Corps service. Yay! I did it. It's crazy. I'm gonna miss Guiyang.
Je suis